Hey, what's going on everybody? Mike here, AHC Garage. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna have our part 2 on the interior installation. Now, on the last episode, we're able to put all the body grommet and starting putting some of the interior stuff back in the car. And today we have a whole list of things to do, and let's get started. And the first thing on the list, we have our sunroof assembly right over here. We got everything cleaned up off camera. Now the only thing we have to do is to activate the motor and make sure we loop the track and everything, make sure everything's just good. Now over here, we got our sunroof shade completely redone, both front and back. So we'll go ahead and put that back before we put the entire assembly back up on the car. All right guys, so we got the sunroof assembly, including the glass back in the car. Now, next thing we want to go ahead and put a dashboard in. Now, before we can do that, we'll go ahead and replace the antenna assembly right over here. All right, guys, so I think we're ready for the dashboard, but like before we put everything back together, we really just want to show you, we have two dashes here. We actually took off the dash from our donor car. Let me show you guys. So this is our donor car that we showed you guys on a previous episode that we've been borrowing a bunch of parts between the two, try to make one perfect car. And take a look at this right over here. Everything is completely taken apart. The reason we took this dashboard, I'm gonna show you right now. And here we have the original dashboard. As you can see right over here, the dash do suffer some sun fading all around the airbag area right over here, along the upper portion of the dash as well. Let me step back for a minute, you can probably see a little bit better. We tried to do all kind of cleaner, it's not coming off. The color actually came off from the material. Now we have our donor dash right over here. The condition is just so much better than the original one. Now the only thing that we have is some glue mark on the center portion of the dashboard there. Other than that, I think we made a great choice by taking out the dashboard off our donor car. Now over here, the only thing we have to do now is to swap over the VIN plates. Pop. Here we go. All right, guys, so TJ and I got the newer dashboard back in the project car and everything else under the dashboard as well. Now we can really put back the interior. So our goal is to work from the outside and work our way in. So the first thing we're gonna do are the doors. We're gonna build everything in the door, including new regulators, all the weather stripping. Now take a look at the table right over here. We have all new weather stripping. We got brand new regulator, new door latches, along with new checkers and everything else. We got the door handle completely painted. And take a look at this right over here. We got ourselves a brand new complete lock set. This comes with every single lock that you can think of inside the vehicle, that including the ignition, both door. We got the one right over here that release the trunk and the fuel, and also in the trunk along with the rear seat release right over there. So let's go ahead and start working on this door right over here. done it a few times before. All right, go ahead. Let's try to open up the lock. Nice. All right, let's try the cable right over here. Oh, it's locked. Here we go. All right, guys, so we got both of the doors all pretty much put back together, along with the trunk. We got pretty much everything put back together, back to as well. We got the weather stripping, the latch, the harness. The only thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna install the taillights while we're there. We got this brand new set of taillights right over here. Very, very hard to find. And then after the taillights, what are we doing, TJ?
We need to run the hood cable and put the hood latch on and get all that set up, and then I think we're gonna go ahead and get the seatbelt set up and start working on the interior.
Now the seatbelt, let's talk about seatbelt. Back here we got the seatbelt nice and cleaned up back here, so we're good to go. TJ mentioned about seatbelt is for the front. We kind of just put that in place here so we don't have parts laying everywhere. We gotta take that back off so we can put the seatbelt back in, and then after the seatbelt, I think we can start putting back like the carpet, huh?
Yeah, carpet. We can run, put the radio in, finish up the dash, and then once the carpet's in, that's it. 1, 2, 3. We'll put the interior back together.
And talk about the radio. We do have a complete setup, a new setup for the radio. We're not going with OEM, but everything will be plug and play. But stay tuned for the next 5 to 10 minutes. We should all finish up here. Then we're gonna show you guys our brand new audio system. All right, guys, so we got all the seat belts in place. Some of the fasteners not tightened because the panel has to go there before we do the final tightening. Now on the back side, we're gonna start working on the rear shelf so we can start building the headliner and all the panel in the back. Now in the back of the vehicle here, we have two aftermarket Pioneer speakers. Are they two-way speaker, TJ?
Yeah, those are 2 ways in the car.
And what are we doing?
We are upgrading to 4 ways. Get a little mid, get a little high, get a little low. Again, get the best of everything.
So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now the question is, will this bolt right back onto the factory location?
Yep, we'll bolt directly back in there because it's a 6x9 and there's no way around it. 6x9 is a 6x9.
So let me ask you about the wiring. Now back here you have the 2 connector.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously that's not a factory connector. We don't want to cut the harness, so what do we have here?
Talking about that, we have some plug and play connectors which will plug into the factory plug here, and we have our little butt connectors here that are on the end, and that will plug into the factory, and this will plug right into the speaker.
All right, guys, so we got pretty much everything from the headliner halfway down, all finished up. We got our headliner completely redone, along with the shade here. We got brand new sun visor up front here, rear mirror, along with a few other things. Now back here, we have put all the panels up on the very top here. What's next, TJ?
Next thing is the carpet.
So talking about the carpet here, before we can put the carpet in, we're gonna have to do maybe one more wipe down. Before we do that, then we can pop on the side panel, meaning we're gonna have to remove the tape. Once that's finished, then we can put on the quarter panel back here, and then we can start building the dashboard and everything else. Now, up front here, we are putting an aftermarket radio. I mentioned that before, so off camera, TJ had ran the wire for our backup camera. Now over here, you can see some red wires over here. That is for our backup camera. It's a reverse signal. What's over here, TJ?
This is the coax cable that plugs into the back of the radio, and that runs to the back and plugs into the backup camera.
So yeah, before we get to the radio and everything else, we want to finish up the carpet, maybe the back seat and the front seat, then we can start messing up in the front here. Maybe perhaps don't put the front seat back in first. We can build the steering column and the steering wheels and everything else, right?
Yeah, give us a little room.
Yeah, so let's get started. Let's go and put the carpet in. We got it nice and cleaned up already. Put the panels and then maybe the back seat, and then we start building up in the front here.
Okay, ready?
Yep. So we have back seat. Next up, we just gotta finish up under the dashboard, and perhaps we can put a seat and the door panel. Then we can finish up, put on all the door glasses. All right, guys, so we got the back seat along with the interior panel back together right in the back here, and we went ahead and finished up the steering column. We got everything else bolted up. We just gotta finish up the steering column, including the steering wheel and airbags and the headlight switches and things. And now over here on the floor right over there, TJ is installing the fog light harness. We are running a set of accessory harness, just a few plugs over there. We're gonna show you guys what we'll be doing. But along with that, we got everything else masked up here. As you guys can see, we masked up the window. We want to keep the interior clean. And while we were there, we took the opportunity and gave the car a nice paint correction. Looks nice and shiny. So after the harness, we're gonna finish up with the aftermarket radio that we showed you guys earlier. Then we can finish up all the panels, and then maybe perhaps the door panels. Then we can, lastly, we can put on the center console. Not bolt it down completely because we can't put on the shift linkage yet, but at least we can rest it on there. And maybe at the end, our seat. But before that, let's go and finish up the harness that TJ is working on right now. And guys, the interior come along really nice. We're able to get the Pioneer radio back on the dash along with all of the dash panel right over here. Now over here on the table, we have our center console and also our center console armrest right over here. We have a brand new armrest cover and also with the shift boot. Now we're not able to bolt this in completely because we still got the shift linkage. We're gonna deal with it later on, but in the meantime, we go ahead and change those new items. We go ahead and lay the parts right on here. Then we're gonna finish up at the door. We're gonna go ahead and put our new molding right over here along with our mirror, then the door panel. Then we finish off with both seats. Then lastly, the steering wheel and the airbag. And here we have our brand new shift boot along with our center console cover. Now to replace this, just 4 screws over here and then a few more right over here, and we should be able to get everything else swapped out here. we just opened the box on a brand new driver's side door panel. Unfortunately, we're not able to find a brand new passenger side, but our passenger door panel is still really good condition. But take a look how beautiful a brand new door panel look. And I think we're gonna enhance our interior. Now, a little early in the clip, we went ahead and put in a brand new door trailer too as well. We'll probably just go like right over here. Let's take a look at the new door panel. I mean, look at the fabric just got cut, and all of these things nice and soft, and especially back here. Now, these EKs, Civic Coupe or 4 doors, they tend to have a lot of door panel problem, huh, TJ?
Yeah, they always crack right here on this fiberglass plastic piece area here, and over here as well where the armor would sit. You know, people tend to lean on it and it just cracks.
Also, Miguel actually have a trick to kind of fix that, and we kind of done off camera on the passenger side. So we'll go ahead and throw on the driver's side door panel, and then when we get on the passenger side, we're gonna show you guys what we have done. All right, guys, so we got the brand new driver's side door panel installed. Everything is there, speakers, power window switch, and a power door lock is all there. Now over here we have the passenger side door panel, and as you can see right over here, there's some of the fiberglass repair that we have done just to reinforce it, making sure that nothing is gonna happen to this door panel. What do you think, TJ?
I think now it's nice and solid.
So we got both front seats in. How do you feel, TJ?
I feel nice and comfortable, nice and cozy.
Now the only thing that's missing right now is the steering wheel, and exactly what we'll be doing right now. All right, guys, so the last item for the interior, we have a brand new OEM steering wheel, an item that I'm very, very proud of. I probably had the steering wheel for about 3.5 years, maybe the very last in the nation. Now, take a look at the original steering wheel. You don't think I'm gonna put that back, right? So let's go ahead and mount up all the hardware on this so we can finish up the interior. So this should be the center point here. 1, 2.5. Half. 1, 2. Ready to go. All right, guys, with all of the windows back in the car, along with a new fog light switch and a set of floor mats, we are all done with today's videos. On the next episode, we'll be prepping the engine bay and get ready for the engine transmission to get back in the car. You guys don't want to miss. Make sure you guys subscribing to our channel and also follow us on our social media pages, both Facebook and Instagram at Acura Honda Classic. My name is Mike. On behalf of AHC Garage, thanks again for watching. We hope to see all of you next week.